In this quick demo, we'll show you how we can create a protective corrugated container for 6 wine bottles in less than 10 minutes. Let's start by creating a new project in our ArtiosCAD Enterprise browser. Let's pick the Line request template and specify a description for this project. Once the project is created, we can access it through any browser by right-clicking and opening the project in a web browser. Let's go ahead and upload our 3D model of our wine bottle. Here we have an IGS file that we'll import. Once the file has been uploaded, we can go ahead and import it in ArtiosCAD. Next, let's duplicate this 6 times. Let's check the units, which are set to millimeters. Typically, I would use 1/8 of an inch as a space in between the bottles, and also to provide a space for the inserts. Let's provide 3 millimeters in the X and Y direction and duplicate it 2 times by 3 times. Let's define the bounding box volume of these 6 bottles as 170 millimeters by 253 millimeters and 316 millimeters in the height. Now we can select length and width and pick our template in our standard catalog. This will be a FEFCO 204. Let's use a B-flute 125 craft. And here we have our primary corrugated container. Apart from the overall dimensions, I'm going to add some additional information so we can easily identify each panel. And using the bleed function, I'm going to add 3 millimeters of bleed all around this die line. Let's save it in our project as Design 1 and add it to our bill of materials. Artios will keep track of all versioning for this design. Next up, let's create the dividers. Let's look in the corrugated 900 series, where we see some length partitioning. Not quite sure if this is the correct template. Let's try assigning an E-flute. Specify length, width, and depth. Number of cells needs to be specified somewhere, which is over here. So instead of 4 by 3, I believe we have 2 by 1. This doesn't look like the correct template. No, let's go ahead and close this. Let's go back to the catalog. Resizable design templates. ECMA. Here we go. 933. This is the one I am looking for. Okay. Let's assign a corrugated E-flute, 125 craft. This looks better. Length 251 millimeters, width 168, height 314, number of dividers 2 by 1, and here we go. Let's save this in our project as Design 2 and add it to our bill of materials. Now let's create a 3D. Use our Mate tool to snap these dividers in the proper position. Let's select all 3 elements and rotate around the Z-axis 90 degrees. Now we're ready to place these dividers inside the box. Done. Let's save this 3D view in our project as well and add it to our bill of materials. Since we have 2 different materials, I'm going to convert these designs to a canvas. And let's import our dividers onto this canvas, which is my Design 2, which now gives me a comprehensive view of all different parts necessary to create this order. Let's go ahead and save this canvas file into our project and create a bill of materials after we save all 4 parts. Here is a quick preview of this bill of material report. Let's save this into our project as well. Lastly, we like to place this now in Adobe Illustrator. Let's create a new document, and using our Web Center connector, let's place this canvas file. Project DieLine 02. And here is our canvas file. With all 4 parts, let's place all these parts in this one Illustrator document, fit our artboard to all these elements, and now we are ready to add graphics. We forgot to create a collada file for the entire scene, so let's switch back to Enterprise and use the output 3D to create a collada file of the 3-dimensional model and save this into our project. Here we can see all different parts. I cannot see my collada file yet. Maybe it's still saving it. Did I save it properly? Let's try that again. Output collada. Yes, it is saved. I can see it right there. Extension ZAE. Let's do a refresh. Scroll down. And there it is, all the way at the bottom. Let's open this to load our scene view. And here we are. Thanks for watching.